Hey guys, what's going on? It's Priestess Melissa here. Hey, just first of all, thanks. I am so shocked sometimes by the outpouring of love and support that you guys give me, especially on my photos that I just put up here not too long ago for my photo shoot. Thank you. Hey, I'm here to say that if you want to look good and you want to get your body more in prime shape and maybe even to look younger, because this stuff really helps at the cell level, guys, to turn the clock around, to turn it back so that you can look younger, you can feel younger. Your cells actually will be younger because they can regenerate. They can do the job that they're meant to do. We're going to talk a little bit more about that tonight, guys. So first of all, the lymphatic system. How did I get into all of that, right? So first, we know that I got into the book, the apple cider vinegar, the honey, and the salt that I talk about that I take on a daily basis, which helps me to be able to maintain a more youthful appearance. And that's because of what it helps support at the cell level. And this is what I was able to discover. I got this information copyrighted, and that's why I'm putting it together in the book to help show you. Now, Dr. West, C. Samuel West, he was a naturopath, he was a chemist, and also, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, he was a naturopath, he was a chemist, and he basically helped to discover not only the sodium potassium pump, which is what all of these ingredients help to support, right? So it helps your cells at the cell level to be able to do their job, to take in the nutrition that they need to, and to get rid of those waste products, right? What is so cool about the lymphatic system, which he also, that was his main work. Now, he traveled to 200 cities a year teaching this back in the 80s, all right? He was very much revered, so much so that when he first went to, all right, check this out, the International Society of Lymphology. This was discovered or, first coined or developed or whatever you want to say, founded back in 1966, right? It first started with a Dr. H.S. Marison, right? He, together with the top doctors at that time who were following this lymphology information, they were lymphologists themselves, became a part of this society, right? And so together, they got together to help put out the information that was so important in regards to the lymphatic system, something that is really not talked about that much, and even doctors don't really approach directly. But it is out there, that information is out there, and what's really cool is that Dr. Guyton, who was also a part of this society, who worked with the University of Mississippi, also went to Harvard School of Medicine, right? And then came back and practiced there. Unfortunately, he didn't get to become a surgeon because he got polio, but he went on to discover some very important things in regards to cardiology. Now, Dr. West ended up teaming up with Dr. Guyton, and they both together discovered the sodium potassium pump off of some work that Dr. Guyton was already doing. And so Dr. West went ahead and finished it. Now, he presented this at the International Society of Lymphology back in 1979, and he was the only naturopath. All the other members were always doctors, medical doctors. This was the first naturopath, but because of what he had discovered, got him into the society. So he was inducted in 1979 into the International Society of Lymphologists, right? So what he went on and what his work was all about was the lymphatic system, the white bloodstream. That's what we're going to talk more about today, and why it's so key and vital that if you get this in balance, you will definitely be doing the most that you can to help your cells to get the needed oxygen to be able to operate properly. First of all, for the sodium potassium pump to operate properly, because that can't happen if you can't get oxygen to the cells. And what keeps you from being able to get oxygen to the cells is when you have too much fluid between the spaces of the cells. This is called the interstitial spaces, right? So we're going to talk first of all about, how that system is supposed to properly work. We'll go through that real quick. Some ways and, reasons why that might happen and what that can cause as a result. So essentially, we go into talking about the lymphatic system. The dry state is what Dr. C. Samuel West specifically spoke about. And this is a system that I bought, and I am actually finishing up on the certification as a lymphologist. And then I can teach all of this as well. So I plan to start holding where people can either attend like in an online fashion or in-person fashion, where I can teach these methods to you to help you to actually learn how to help yourself be free of pain, and to also keep your circulatory system moving properly, the lymphatic system specifically, so that you reduce inflammation or that buildup of fluid, which is also the buildup of excess blood proteins and sodium in those spaces between the cells. So once we get that all cleaned out, because when it's there, it's like a swamp-like state. That's what Dr. West called it. But when we get it cleared out to where there's just enough fluid there for the processes to be able to happen that need to happen, then oxygen can get to the cells and everything works properly. So essentially, this is what happens. The blood is pumped. It comes out of the heart. It is oxygenated through the lungs, right? So that it moves throughout the body, and it gets smaller as it moves through the arteries. It gets to the capillaries. From the capillaries are porous, and they open up and allow that fluid, the blood plasma, to be released. And then once it's in the space between the cells, like we were just talking about, the interstitial spaces, right? Then it's able to be irrigated around the cells. So that then becomes the lymph fluid. It then allows the cells to be able to take in the nutrition, the oxygen. Let me make sure I give you all the information. So it's able to take in the nutrition, the oxygen, and also, oh, I lost my place, guys. But in any case, so it's able to take in everything that it needs, and at the same time, it's able to take away. So the way it describes it is, it brings the groceries and it takes away the garbage. So your lymphatic system is so key in being able to facilitate that process, right, of the nutrients coming into the cell, right? And then also, so once it gets to that state and it's irrigated around the cells and it's taking in the nutrition, now it's taking away the sewage, right? So now it's going through these channels, these terminals, back into white blood cell capillaries, right? And then back through the lymphatic system. It then gets dumped into your thoracic duct, which is the main vein that runs up through your body, right? It then comes up to the base of your neck and is dumped into the subclavian artery or the subclavian vein. Then it is able to be move through the lymph nodes, which actually filter out, and it has the white blood cells and lymphocytes in there, which actually neutralize, destroy, eat all of those dead tissues, any bacteria, anything that may be in there that is not good, and then it is redistributed back into the bloodstream so it can do its job once again. Now, when you have this all working properly, you don't have pain in your body, you don't have inflame, you're not swollen and different things like that. And just because you're a thin person like me, you could have those toxins building up in your organs. So don't think that just because you're skinny that you're out of the woods or you're healthy and things of that nature. You still have to make sure that you're aware that if you are feeling pain or having different discomforts and things like that, it still means that you could be toxic. In any case, there are ways like this understanding of being able to move those, and the ways that you actually can move this through your body and create that pressure, because this is actually like a vacuum system that the lymphatic system is. It has one-way channels on it, and believe it or not, there's more lymphatic vessels in the body than there are red blood vessels, okay? So understanding that and understanding that these are one-way valves, you have to be able to create the pressure for it to move the lymph or the fluid and the blood proteins and anything from the interstitial spaces that needs to be removed, right? By creating that pressure, so negative and positive pressure, if you can create that at the same time, there's two main ways that I could tell you can do that. One is slow, deep breathing. So there's a reason why that helps you to feel so much more relaxed and at peace. You're actually aiding your body in moving your lymphatic system when you are doing slow, deep breathing. Also, when you jump on a mini trampoline or a trampoline in general, right? It creates that positive and negative pressure when you come back down, right? And allows those channels to open up and move through. So there's different ways that you can help facilitate these processes, and I plan to bring more of that to you as we move forward. On the weekends, I definitely plan to put out videos to give you more information during the week. I tend to work 12-hour days, so I'll do what I can, but definitely plan to meet with me on the weekends here. I put out 2 more videos this past weekend, so check those out. And guys, if you want to look young and healthy and feel your best, check out this information and really take it to heart, because this talks about being able to truly allow your body to do the processes it needs to create that energy and to keep you feeling healthy, young, and vibrant even into older age. All right, guys, love you so much, and thank you for joining me tonight. Enjoy the video, and I will see you more soon. Bye.